Alrighty.
All right. It's either working or it's not working. So we're going to do a whole podcast and might find out we didn't record it all. So, and it's going to be audio. Just
I mean, are we recording audio at least?
Yeah, we're
all right,
doing
cool.
that.
All right.
Worst case scenario where that we got technical difficulties on the fucking Discord updates completely bricked
Fucking Discord.
our Discord, so I have no idea if video's working or not. Yeah, I can see us moving around. We're fine. So
all right, cool.
So as long as this screen's highlighted, the glitch is just when you're using a streaming thing. So
Que curioso.
we look good. All right, cool. We're good. That was fucking annoying. All right, welcome. Glad you game pad. It's definitely a little glitchy. Sorry about that. Again, that's a Discord thing. We'll fix it. Well, Discord will fix it.
You're a Discord thing.
It definitely seems like if you're watching the video, our voices are way off.
All right. Yeah.
But
happens sometimes.
Blame Discord, and hopefully next week won't. If not, it is what it is. We got the audio version's fine. But I've been fucking with this for 40 minutes. I'm done. All right. So, anyways, welcome to Glad
They
You Game Pod.
don't make
We're
it
not
easy.
no interviews tonight. Just interviewing Sage. Just our normal stuff. But yeah, a lot to talk about. We obviously thanks again, Becca. Becca Pruitt came on last episode. It was awesome.
Yes.
Love to see the feedback of it. It's our most watched episode ever. Close enough to 300 viewers. Which makes me very annoyed that this fucking recording is not working.
Yeah, we got it with 3 other people across the country, but we can't do it with 2 people in the same room for some reason.
Right, makes no sense. Anyways, well, it's those goddamn updates.
How you guys doing today? How you doing?
Got to get this anger out. I have nothing to bitch about today. I have no J rants today, but maybe I'll find one.
You'll find one.
I'll find one. Yeah.
I mean, we kind of already snuck one in.
Yeah, my rant was just about Discord and the stupid fucking updates. And then when you hit check updates, it's not checking updates. And you restart your computer 4 fucking times, quit Discord.
It's
God
okay.
damn it.
It's going to be okay.
So you know why? It's because Microsoft's trying to buy them, and they're fucking it up already.
Probably.
Anyways.
What have you been playing?
So I'm at the very end of Deathloop. It's fucking awesome.
Would you say loopy?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so good. And like
would you rate it a 10? Because that's the thing is like apparently IGN or whoever gave it a 10, and at least the review that I saw, which is Girlfriend's reviews, was like it's a good game, but it gets kind of linear after a point, and you just keep kicking people. And it's definitely good, but not a 10.
I put probably like 30 hours in, and I have not found any really loopy. Well, I mean, the whole point of the game is a loop.
Yes.
But you're always you carry other than other roguelites, you actually carry with you all the information. And when you upgrade yourself, you can carry all your weapons and slabs, which are your special powers.
Sure.
Every time.
I'm just saying, like, grand scheme, though, do you put it up there with, like,
that's
God
what
of
I'm
War?
thinking of. I would say it's a 9.5. I mean, it's definitely Game of the Year. Right now, out of everything I played, it's going to win Game of the Year.
All right.
And, like, there's no real competition.
And you're not getting tired of, like, the respawn Groundhog Day thing?
Not really, because it changes every time.
I mean, you also played a different game where it changes every time. Returnal.
Well, but Returnal, you can't bring anything with you, and you. It's very different. This is very
cool.
It's the story changes, your conversations change, and like little things you do, they remember, and then it's just interesting that they actually plan for that and they have full conversations. And there's just so much lore. If you like lore, this game is like tons of it. And I love like the Groundhog Day scenario. I mean, I just talked about 12 minutes, which is very similar.
Yeah.
The other week.
Yes, that's the
Returnal.
other. Yeah.
Returnal's another one. 12 minutes more like this but like again, you're kind of just carrying over your memories. This you can carry over objects and your powers. So you can start out and so you are more powerful. And you can do things you couldn't do before. I probably could have finished it a little bit ago.
Yeah.
But there's always like different, more creative ways you can do new things, new objects. I'm definitely a completionist. But no, I would say I haven't gotten tired of it yet, and I'm like I said, close to 30 hours in.
Hell yeah!
So I would say it's like a 9.95, like easy. It's definitely. I am concerned that once I beat it, the only thing I'll say is like once I beat it, I feel like I won't need to go back in because I'm doing that all in the first run. Whereas like God of War and stuff like that, like you can always go back. Grand Theft Auto 5 obviously is like forever.
Yeah, infinite replayability.
I don't,
Have you
but
ever
there is two
played
games in
as
it.
the
Well, there's two games. I've only done Break the Loop. All my hours are Break the Loop, which is Cole. So I haven't played as the girl character yet, which is Protect the Loop.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't played on that side yet because I kind of want to finish Break the Loop before I play as that side.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You have to get to a certain point and Break the Loop till you can play as Protect the Loop, but then you can do it like by your choice whenever you want.
Okay.
But I kind of want to just fully finish it, so I like understand that, and then I'll understand her side of the story more and kind of do it that way.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what. And it's all these like crazy things. It does like killing these enemies sometimes gets tedious, and you're like, oh, I just want to get to where I'm going. But I don't know. I'm still having a ton of fun. I would say it's definitely going to be nominated for Game of the Year. As of right now, I don't see any true competition for it. Let me try to think of what else. Ratchet and Clank is probably going to be up there. I don't know what else would actually. Maybe those two. I'm trying to think of like what else really could be up Game of the Year that came out this year that blew me up. Returnal maybe. Returnal was big then. It could also be like kind of what's that mindset of recency bias, like where this is just the most recent
just
thing
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So like. I think there'll be quite a few, but right now the innovation, because it's basically Fallout 4 mixed with like Returnal and Groundhog's Day and kind of its own and Dishonored.
Okay.
It's kind of like that's how it packages, and I've had a ton of fucking fun right now, so I'm really enjoying it, and it's interesting that once you get the other slabs, you can continue to get them and upgrade them. It just the level design is very smart. Reminds me a lot of Bloodborne in some ways, which probably has the best level design in the history of video games. So I would say it reminds me a lot of that. And it's just awesome. And it's Arcane, who make great stuff. Who's, everybody will say an Xbox first party, studio now. But yeah, it's definitely something that's really good. So that's what I've been playing. How about you? What have you been jumping into?
So my big game, which I've been like looking forward to for a while, is It Takes Two. I'm sorry.
It Takes Two, baby.
I know we teased that we might play it together, but
I know.
Turns out that
you had the sex.
My girlfriend was
It was the sex and the video. It's what you took my advice. I accept.
Mostly because I know that we would have spent the first hour fighting over who was the girl and who was the guy.
I wouldn't have cared.
All right, well.
Unless you would have cared, then I guess. But I would have been like, I'll just take
it. Actually is perfect if you're the girl and I'm the guy. Their personalities like fit us
really?
So much better, yeah.
If the girl fits me, interesting.
She's like an engineer and is like kind of like quippy and like needs to be right.
That's
the
what I was
guy's
gonna say.
like
so is there actually like
just
a real
kind of like
story to
relaxed and
okay.
like knows a lot about animals or like fun facts about stupid shit. But like, yeah.
So it sounds like maybe would be my girlfriend would be the guy in that, and I would still be the girl.
That would actually be fun too. Yeah,
because I think
I'm still not opposed to like playing a live stream of it later.
I think I'm gonna play it with her as well to kind of because she really wants to play Stray as we talked about. So
can you explain this to the audience because I love this. The reason you want to play the two of us,
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Is
so my girlfriend can play Stray because I hate cats and this is how I buy a cat.
So what is stopping her from playing Stray?
Without
by itself.
Oh, she does. She like doesn't want to just jump into that because she doesn't know the controls. She hasn't played since PS2. So she used to have a PS2. She was a gamer at a time. She actually told me what game she was playing a lot, and then I completely forgot. So my bad. I definitely heard it though. I was listening. But no, she said she wants like kind of start something easy because she see me play like Call of Duty or Deathloop.
I think that is like the best excuse. Like I was listening.
Yeah.
I just had bad memory.
Right, exactly. It's like I heard.
I took it all in.
I told you at the time.
It was very meaningful. Like it still is an emotional place in my heart. Right. I just forget everything that you said.
My
and
heart
all the
knows
details.
what it is and like feels it. But and I remember the PS2 part, so whatever. Fuck it. But But yeah, so she saw me playing like Deathloop and like, Call of Duty or like NHL, and stuff's moving so fast.
Yes.
Going from PS2 to that, like, and she wasn't playing like FPSs on PS2. So I can see like why she's like, well, I don't want to do that. So I was like, but she wants to play Stray because she loves cats, and it does seem like a really cool, fun, actiony game. But also seems like it really has the cat mannerisms down, like the fluid movement of it seems like crazily well done. So she likes a lot, and I said we would play It Takes Two to kind of learn, because that seems like a very not that it's like a dumb game. It's just more of a slower pace. Like you can like it's a good tutorial game from what I've kind of seen it. Yeah. I've also been like, I kind of want to have her play Astro's Playroom, because I also think that's also really good.
That is, I think that's like a great tutorial.
Yeah. But anyways, so talking about It Takes Two. So it sounds like these. I thought it was kind of more like almost like Sackboy, where there is a story, but it's not, and they're not really talking. There's not like really personalities. Even though I know the guy in the studio that makes it, he makes awesome games. The last one I played,
it's like a jailbreaky kind of thing, right?
The last one I played is similar to It Takes Two, where it's couch co-op, but you break out of jail and you have to play. You basically play it like straight through. We were like, we're gonna play 2 hours of it, and we played like the full like 8 hour. You end up killing each other in the end. It's awesome, but it's so well done and it's so crazy. It's like, oh, I can see you over there. But that was really good character arc. This just seemed really like, oh, it's just like platformer, but I don't know if there's personality to it.
So it is super heavy-handed in the beginning, like your
story-wise.
Just like they want to get you to the game,
okay,
which is fair, but like it's just right out of the gate, like mom and dad are fighting, like as soon as they get out of the car, like you weren't here, like so blah blah blah. I had like work to do, yeah. Okay. And the little girl's like up in her window, like looking at mom and dad, like fighting outside, and she.
Wait, who are the characters you play as, for the record? Okay.
So she like is sitting there in her window. She holds up like 2 dolls.
I knew it. Okay.
And then they're like mom and dad, obviously, and it's like, I wish you could be friends again. And there's like some real weird uncanny valley shit with the little girl.
Oh shit.
And it's just like a little too real, but also like really fake at the same time.
Okay.
So then like you're at the dinner table in the next scene, like they just jump right to it, and it's like your mom and I are splitting up, and she's like, can I be excused? And it's just like awkward.
Yeah.
And she like leaves, goes to her like little fort, and
now dreams of her parents being together, and that's your 2 characters.
Has like this relationship book that she's like flipping through, that she bought at like a farmer's market or something.
Okay.
And as she's like reading the book, trying to get her parents back together, she's crying and cries on the dolls.
I don't know if I can even have my girlfriend play this game. She'll start crying 5 minutes into this fucking game.
Yeah, invested. She cries on the dolls, and then like the parents wake up as the dolls. So they're trying to get through like all these like anthropomorphized versions. Like you have to fight your vacuum.
So it's like Freaky Friday, except they went into dolls instead of each other.
Yes. Yeah. And then the book is like,
but it was the girls' tears.
Yes.
So the parents' bodies are just.
They show it like the mom's sleeping, and the girl's like, "Oh, do you have one of your headaches again?"
Oh my god! Like she's a drunk.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the dad's like at his desk, like just zoned out, but like the girl's just like, "Okay, I'll leave you alone. You're working."
Because when you're
they're like in a trance, and
gotcha.
yeah, you're in the dolls.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
No, but it's
so you're really the parents.
Yes,
but as dolls.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So every level has like its own mechanic that you have to like learn and use. So the first one's like pretty simple. You're fighting a vacuum, but you can like manipulate all these vacuum tubes, so you can like suck stuff, reverse the flow.
Okay.
Then like someone can grab the vacuum and like hold it up, and then you like shoot out of that tube like in a direction, so you're like kind of helping each other go.
Okay. Is it like really fast? Like the vacuum's coming, you have to like go really fast, or is it kind of like?
No, it's relatively like you play as slow as you want. If you like jump into stuff and just fucking go for it, then like you can get through it quick. But if you want to,
I mean, is the vacuum like trying to kill you really fast or something?
No, you don't fight it till the end of the level.
Okay,
but there's like tubes and suction built into the whole thing.
God, I meant the boss fight though. Is the boss fight like a really intense boss fight, or is it kind of like?
It can get a little intense, and
really?
the finisher is let's just say it's like not as child friendly as I thought that it was going to be. Like,
so is it mature?
It's definitely not mature.
Okay,
but it's like, you're dealing with like relationship themes, so
right,
it's already
like a massive
like a little
emotional,
heavy-handed. Yeah.
psychological
like,
torment in this.
There's definitely like just this kind of like cheeky, dark.
I think I'm gonna get a family therapist on,
kind of
play
like
this game with them, and be like, "Does this hit a lot of that?" I feel like that would be good for this game almost.
It really could be, but there is like it is funny like playing it with a significant other, being like, all right, just listen, the like shadows.
How many arguments did you have?
Or where the nails are gonna land, so you need to like move out of the way of the shadows, and then Casey
out of the fucking way
to just fucking scream bloody murder for the next 20 minutes. I was surprised that the neighbors like didn't call anyone because she's just like
because she's like flying into the nails are hitting her.
So the second level is like you're fighting the toolbox and you have like a hammer, and then the guy can throw nails.
Dodge nails.
And it's like really cool because like during the regular thing, like you can throw nails onto a post and then you can use the hammer to like swing on it. So it is very like.
Are these ragdoll or do you feel like really close mechanics? Like is it like
they're tight,
like flopping over? Or
they're pretty
like,
tight mechanics.
Or
they're like, forgiving, but they're.
But I meant like the characters like you know how Sackboy can like flop and roll on stuff. Or these dolls operate like how human characters do, where it's like I'm grabbing this shit, like I'm grabbing this.
So shit. I mean, it's pretty tight. It's pretty responsive, but like the animations definitely have some effect to it.
Right.
So the girl is like a wooden doll that has like clothes on it, but the guy is like a clay thing. So when the girl sprints, it just like breaks into a sprint and she's going. When the guy sprints, he like flops back and his arms are just like waving in the wind.
I love that. That's awesome.
So yeah, there's like a lot of like art direction that's like really cute and like really does it well. We're on like level.
It almost sounds like a Pixar movie. It's doing like high, like really in-depth emotional story arc.
Yeah.
But like presented in a kid-friendly, like cute way. But there's a lot of like really serious emotional like conversations being had.
Yeah. There's definitely some deep stuff, and then like the third level, you're going.
Did you beat it?
No. Okay. The third level, you're going into a tree, and it was actually on a Game Maker's Toolkit. They did like a breakdown of the whole level.
Oh, nice.
Because the one character has this like orange goo that you shoot at shit.
Okay.
And then the other character has this like cannon that shoots out lit matches that like explode it.
Oh, cool.
So you're playing with like the weight of it the whole time, where you like shoot it with the goo and it like pulls something down, and then you like shoot it with the other thing and it blows it up and it goes back up. And then any like enemies you're attacking, you can't kill any of them with one or the other.
Okay.
You have to like goop it, then shoot it.
Okay, so it really does take two then. It's like
it is, yeah. And then there's like these squirrels, and there's like a military squirrel that's like leading you through like how to defeat the like wasp hive that has invaded the cave. It's really fun. It's every level is a whole new experience, which is like the coolest part, is that it feels like just playing however many levels there are. That's how many games there are, and you're just doing one.
So each one feels like a whole new game.
There's a whole new mechanic.
It's almost like Mario Party in that sense.
Yeah. Yep. So the one we're doing now is like space themed.
Okay.
And the guy character has a like belt that he can shrink or enlarge.
Ooh.
So that you have to like shrink so you go inside something and like press a battery in so that the other person can do a lever. And then the girl has these anti-gravity boots so that she can like walk upside down. So you're doing like half the level like upside down or sideways or something like that. So there's a new mechanic. I can't wait for the next one. It's so far like gets rave reviews from me. It's like super fun. There have been like, it's actually highlighted like how good our communication is, because there's certainly been stuff where it's like,
what I was gonna ask.
You need to do this, you need to stop, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna like handle this. And like there's one part where I like had to show her how to strafe, because she's like good at aiming, but she like can't move.
Did she play games prior to this game? Like did she use
She played Borderlands, but then the more I digged, it sounds like she just like was shooting everywhere, and anyone that came in the line of fire died.
Yeah, did she beat it or something?
I'm not sure.
I mean, if she played it enough, she knows basic. Like, was she like competent in basic controls?
Oh yeah.
See, that's what I feel like I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go through. I'm gonna have to go through a tutorial on that one. But
it was like strafing while shooting that I had to explain, where it's like you don't need to stand still to shoot.
Right.
And like after we got over that, but it leaves you these little lulls where like even though we knew a big boss battle was coming up, we could like sit down and like walk through it.
Is it timed or something?
No, it's just like there's a certain thing you do to initiate it. So it's like once you walk in the room, it's not like everything attacks you.
Right.
It like gives you time to like find your space.
Okay.
Find it
So
at
you
your
guys
own
can
speed.
talk about it, make a strategy, and
Yeah.
then be like, all right, I'm hitting the button, like the shit's starting now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So would you say, you said it highlighted your communication. Would it highlight, would you say it made it better? Would you say that it highlighted communication because maybe, how many, like what I'm trying to get is how many arguments really happened in this game? Because I can feel like strategies are like, will you fucking go over here? Like you're talking about with the nails and be like, stop walking into the nails. It's the shadow. Like stuff like that. Was there a lot? And then you're like, wow, okay, what's a better way I can achieve this or something?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had like any like actual like full on arguments.
Okay, that's good.
It's more just like frustration that the other person has to like relieve.
Okay.
Then like there definitely is times like where I just play more games. So I'm good to go for like 3 or 4 hours, where after like an hour or two, she's like, I'm done after this level.
Okay.
Or after this like exercise. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Gotcha. And you're like, I could just drill through this like another 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because that's my.
And they do make it very incremental, where it's like if you get past one part, then like you're good to stop. Like
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there a difficulty setting, or is it just all?
No, and it's definitely like pretty well balanced so far. That
Okay.
like they have a lot of mechanics where it's like if you're jumping across all these different like platforming type things and one person dies, it's like the other person will get across and the person will just spawn next to them.
Gotcha. It's like I got you. Like
Yeah, so you can really like kind of take care of your teammate, and it doesn't feel like they're holding you back. It's like the other person's pulling you forward. Which
gotcha. That's nice. Nice little. It's instead of negative reinforcement, it's positive reinforcement.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is my concern. That I will get so stressed out. But I think that's because, like you said, your girlfriend has had experience in the game, where mine it's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking. I think.
But it
Well,
also
you've
it'll
played
like slow you down. It'll like
Right.
be like a mentor kind of thing rather than like a hey, keep the fuck up. It's like no, this is how you do this.
Yeah, I do know if that should have worked out. But now what I was thinking is that makes me feel more confident to say maybe here do a couple days on Astro's Playroom. Would you say those mechanics like translate to It Takes Two for sure? And I would say, to be honest, they translate to kind of anything once you.
Well,
learn.
that's what Astro's Playroom is for. It's kind
Right.
of to teach you how
the new
certain things
controller
work.
works
Yeah.
and everything. So that's what I was thinking. So maybe I'll do that because she really wants to play the cat game. It's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
But before I can play a game with you, I need you to be at this XX level. Yeah.
There's very few things that demand more than like 2 inputs at a time.
Okay, so it's still not like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like
really
you
excited for
definitely
the
have
story
to
part,
switch
though.
between things, but it's more of like a problem-solving thing rather than like a controller thing.
I would say you got me. So I was more interested in this from like the platforming and just like the co-op adventure.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I guess because the art direction of it, I just didn't think it would have a great story.
I mean, that's the same
Even
thing
though-
with Little Big Planet, where it's like, this is a child's game. And then you're like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Right. But like that story is not like that engrossing. I never found for LBP, for example.
Oh, no.
But that's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I took it as. But it's like, I obviously played the Prison Break game that he made before this, and I thought that was an incredibly engrossing and emotional storyline.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I had that thought, because obviously it was unfounded because of his previous catalog. And I would say I'm not completely turned around on this game because I was interested, but I'm at the point where I was like, I mean, I'm going to buy this right after this podcast. Like, I'm in. Like,
And it was like great
I want to
because
fuck with this weekend. Like, this sounds fun.
when we were in the space level, there was like just this little nook in like pillows.
Nooks and crannies. Alcoves.
Alcoves.
Is
how
this
you
that
say?
word? I like this word.
Yes, nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
Watch In Bruges. It is
Yeah,
a terrific
so
movie.
good. Colin Farrell's best film ever.
So the whole space one is like you're in a pillow fort,
Oh, nice.
and
Love that.
there's like a little like hole in the pillows that like unless you're curious because you don't have to look for extra items in this, which like I play those kind of games.
So is there extra items, or is it kind of like it's just the main story?
There's Easter eggs, but there's no collectibles. There's nothing that you have to like
Oh,
upgrade.
you
or
just kind of
anything
see it
like
and be
that.
like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I've played enough of those games where I'm like looking for stuff, and I have to constantly remind myself like, nope, you don't have to go in this little room. You don't have to do whatever.
Yeah.
But there are like Easter eggy things that you're rewarded for it, where like there's this one spot where it's just like a photo studio. So you can change these little things and then like run into the set and pose. And there's like a Polaroid camera. So the one person like jumps on the button and runs in, and then you like both take the picture together on the timer kind of thing. And like you can look at the Polaroids and silly shit like that. But
love that. That's cool.
In the space one, we go in that little pillow fort thing. There's an alcove, and Casey goes in at first, and she's like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm like, "Holy shit!" They're like toy characters of A Way Out characters.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's like the two guys like sitting there, and then you can like press buttons.
That's
on
the
their...
Prison Break game. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah. So
I was like, "Holy shit! It's The Way Out. It's the other game that these people made." And yeah,
that's fucking awesome. That sounds a lot like the end of Uncharted 4, where you play. You literally play on a PS1 Crash Bandicoot at the end of the level, which was like Naughty Dog's like first game.
Yep.
And you play the full first level of Crash Bandicoot.
That's cool.
And I was like, I mean, obviously that's a little more interactive, but that's still really cool. I love it when developers kind of like make their own little game universe and be like, hey, remember that game? We do too. It's like that's fucking really cool. So it sounds, I mean, it sounds like this is really fun on a lot of levels. So I'm sold. I'm like, I've got me very excited about it.
Yeah. It's just, it's cheeky. It's fun. It hits the right notes without being like overboard. Cause that's the thing is like you have this physical relationship book walking you through the thing, but it has like this crazy accent, and it's just like,
it's got like Russian accent or something.
I don't even want to speculate what it is, cause I don't remember. Okay. But it's like
I don't know why I went Russian, but it felt right.
It's over the top, and he's just like egging you on the whole time. Where it's like there's a door that you can get through, and he closes it, and he's like, "You still need to work together." Whatever accent that is,
that's I think Russian. I think I nailed it. Maybe Ukraine, some Slavic.
That could be it. Yeah,
some Slavic language. All right, It Takes Two. We're in. I'm in. Well, you're already in. I'm getting in. I'm definitely gonna fuck with that. So let's switch topics here. Speaking of cool games you might have played, some indie games similar. Oxenfree, which I played. I never played After Party. I did play Oxenfree. Very fun. Was made by a studio called Night School. This studio, as of 5 hours ago, it got bought by Netflix. Not Xbox, not Sony, not Nintendo.
We knew they were gearing up for it, but that is good to hear.
They are the first studio to join Netflix in their new gaming initiative, which is set to bring video games to the streaming service at no additional cost.
I don't know how.
I don't know. They raised the cost every year, so I feel like they're gonna be. Oh yeah, we didn't realize we're doing games, so it's gonna be like $4 more. Or like, you know how they have like the 4K one and the family one? They're just gonna add Netflix gaming to this. Yep. But anyways, basically it's cloud gaming is what we're talking here, and I'm in.
That
it's
I'm
very
happy to see
I mean,
what
it's
they come
basically
out
like
with.
the xCloud, you know, or PSN, or not PSN, not PlayStation Plus. Fuck.
I forget, it was Stadia.
Yeah, but well, no, it's Google Stadia. It's PlayStation Now.
Yeah,
PlayStation Now. So it's just that, but it's going to be just a third party. Be like, hey, you guys can both play these games. That's fine. And you're basically going to play it through the Netflix app on your PlayStation, which is like, fuck it, I'm in.
Yeah.
And the kind of games they make, actually, kind of, I could see this. It's kind of
so
like.
I've never heard of them. What kind of games do they make?
Oxenfree is. I haven't played After Party, but I believe it's kind of similar. Oxenfree is kind of similar. It Takes Two if it was single player.
Okay.
Right? Kind of like that. It's like an emotional, engrossing story as a character, but you're always kind of zoomed out, and it's a little like zoomed out platformer that you're kind of going around, but then I'll zoom in and tell you like a fairy tale or something.
Oh, all right.
And then kind of go through that. So not big, like heavy, like requirements from like a spec standpoint.
Yeah.
More of like good story, good game mechanics. And generally a more mature story, like on the end. So like Oxenfree specifically, which I think is a really great game. I think it's on sale like all the time for like $4, and it's really good.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, if you ever get the chance to do that one, and it's pretty quick. It's a pretty quick game. I don't know. I think there's actually speaking of which, they just did the announcement trailer for the second one last month.
Word.
But yeah, it's definitely pretty good. Let me see what I'll tell you right now. How much it costs on the PlayStation Store. Right now, generally it's $10. But I can't tell if there's any sales right now. But yeah, so it's $10 at max right now.
Word. Oh yeah.
But it is really fun. It's very interesting. I can't really say much about it because I don't want to give any thing away. It's like a supernatural mystery game, I guess is the best generic way of saying it.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it's fun. But anyway, so that's a great studio, and I'm honestly kind of surprised Sony or somebody didn't get them, but they're really small and good for them. So that's really cool, and good to be the first Netflix one. I mean, that's kind of a cool prop.
Yeah.
And this will be a very interesting games as a service initiative they're doing at Netflix. And I'm excited to see how it starts. I'm curious if they'll start by throwing like Oxenfree and After Party on the service, just so we kind of see how it works.
Yeah.
Because they are doing Oxenfree too.
Okay.
So, and they announced for PS5, so it'd be interesting to be like, is that also coming to Netflix? So
yeah, I kind of like the whole like studios that aren't trying to necessarily push every single facet of what a system can do, because then that allows it to just play on anything, be like experimental for these kind of services and stuff like that.
It's also good for like lower teams. It's like, look, we don't have like Super Meat Boy was an incredibly popular game. It was made by two people. Fez was made by one guy.
Damn.
And I love Fez. Love Fez. I think it's incredibly innovative. But like these aren't pushing graphical requirements. I mean, Fez is essentially a 3D version of Mario. 3D being 4D because you can literally shift the camera, so it like literally moves the platforms in their spatial area.
That's cool.
And then Super Meat Boy, obviously you're like the piece of meat. But like I mean, all that stuff, it's good for like smaller dev teams.
I like how you say obviously, like
right,
that you're just supposed to know what Super Meat Boy means.
Well, I mean, it's like you're a piece of meat. Yeah,
you are a tiny little ball of meat.
Yeah, Super Meat Boy.
That just speeds through the levels, and
obviously. But yeah, so I think that's really interesting.
Meat Boy.
That they got that because like I love, like you said, I love those kind of studios as well, because it's like those are basically indie studios, like, and not that indie studios can't make massive games. I mean, fucking look at No Man's Sky, but
yeah,
which is no longer indie because obviously, well, it's still indie actually. Sony owns them, but it's still an indie game. But not all do that. Some do these small so they can get their stories across in an interesting, innovative way, and it kind of makes them have to think critically of like, how can I do this with as little assets or whatever, or maybe it's just like, well, that's my art style and I want to kind of do that. I mean, one game that isn't like super intense but it's still with me today is Firewatch. Did you play that?
No, but I've seen like, it's just
it's
like
quick, 6 hours, but it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's so good and it's emotionally engaging. It's a great indie game. Firewatch, definitely play it. That one, and you're basically, that's what you are. You're on a fire
watchman.
Yeah, but there's little mysteries and little like kind of things that happen. But it's nothing like super intense graphically. It's just beautifully done art direction that like you don't care.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Like Nintendo has literally made the last couple cycles, obviously N64 excluded because that was trying to push graphics.
Before we get too far away from Firewatch, side note, I had
a perfect transition to the next topic.
I'm sorry, I ruined it. When I was in like 8th grade or something like that, they did this thing in school where they had kids like do these tests to see what their like career should be.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like everyone was like, "Oh, doctor, like whatever, like
cop,
this kind of worker, this kind of." And mine was like fire post watchman. So I just had like some weird combination of like attentiveness and laziness that they were like, "You're gonna climb this thing and just fucking sit there for 10 hours a day until the next guy relieves you." And I'm like, okay. A, what does this say about me? B, where do I apply?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was on that time. I don't even remember. I remember taking that test, and I don't know where I ended up on it. To be honest, like it never. I don't know because I think I was something like really.
I feel
generic.
like yours was something like equally as wacky, but
I don't know. I think mine was almost like generic. It obviously wasn't that memorable. Like Fire Watchman's fucking memorable. Like mine was probably like I don't know. Mine probably was like
it was
cop.
Also like back in the day
Mine probably
when
said
like
cop or
IT
something.
engineer or.
Well, that's what I mean. Mine probably said like cop or something because I just filled out like I just watched an action movie and I just filled it out. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
I also remembered like I filled it out because I was like, this is the job I wanted to say.
Yes.
Like so, but
that is so you.
Yeah, because like I'm like like when you're like just be it honestly and then we'll kind of tell your job. I was like, well, I know what I want, and I didn't. But like the jobs I really wanted, software engineer, gaming engineer, all that shit. Like it wasn't there. There was no fucking art director. I guarantee you is not on there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it is today, but it sure shit wasn't when we were in 8th grade. Yeah. And like now these industries have like exploded. It's like tech was probably completely forgot on that thing.
Yeah.
Or if it wasn't, it was probably some like really fucking like IT administrator or some bullshit that's like, well, that's like anything that says computers is going to be that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a weird catch-all.
Yeah.
But
so let me hear the rest of your transition now that I
so what I was going to say is Nintendo's made a career off of like nice art direction stuff. Obviously then N64 because they care about, the story and stuff, they don't need to push graphics, but N64 they were pushing it. Speaking of N64, that's where they created Perfect Dark, which we just know new Perfect Dark is coming out, and the Initiative is teaming up with Crystal Dynamics, which Crystal Dynamics is the ones who made the Avengers game and the latest two.
By the way,
games.
the Initiative is the name of the studio.
The Initiative is the studio.
Yes.
It sounds like the Initiative to start something.
I read that headline 8 times before I was like, I understand.
Yeah,
I get it now.
It's the Initiative and Crystal Dynamics, and they did the Marvel's Avengers games and the latest Tomb Raider games.
Nice.
And they're the ones doing Perfect Dark. So whatever you feel about the Marvel game, Avengers game, which I know is up and down, the Tomb Raider games are excellent.
Yeah.
So, and doing something that's more FPS-y, Perfect Dark style, I think really lands into that. And
yeah,
Crystal Dynamics Initiative I think will work really well together. First person spy thriller, I'm fucking all in. The reason why Perfect Dark was so awesome is because it was GoldenEye, but you could add bots.
Yeah. Yep.
Because like when your friends weren't there and you want to play GoldenEye multiplayer, you couldn't. But Perfect Dark was like, hey, you want to do that? How many bots you want? 50, whatever, and it's just like bang, and it's like that was awesome. You had to get the expansion pack in there.
Yeah,
but
I also watched the trailer for it. Was the original one like that much of like a?
This had like a way intense story that spied.
Yeah, it's like global warming, flooding, the world is changing. We invited these like corporations into.
Yeah, I think they missed Splinter Cell, and like they're like they haven't made a new one. No one's filling that intense gap.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Fun fact: they are billed. We talk about like AAA games.
Yeah.
They are not billed as a AAA studio.
Interesting.
Do you know what they are billed as?
Quadruple A.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep. They are a quad A studio. And that's what they're hoping.
Can have more A's?
They're hoping that solves the problem for them like having a blockbuster game. That's literally part of what it says.
Did you know that there are quadruple A batteries?
No.
Yeah.
I also, to be honest, I didn't really know there was quadruple A games. The Initiative is actually the first ever AAA, quadruple A studio.
No, yeah, I had never heard of that.
Yeah, and fun. They are right now, and they're not only the first ever. I'm pretty sure they're still the only. And the reason is because they're challenging themselves to do new things and old things in new ways. That was the rationale as to why they're a quadruple A studio. That was from the head of Xbox.
Yeah, that's
shipping
stupid.
High quality titles at quadruple A standards. It's the reason why quadruple A standards might be unclear is because there are none, because there are triple A standards.
Yeah.
I don't know if just adding more A's to it really matter. That's like being like, we're a first class thing. We're a zero class thing. We do things so much better than the
quadruple A batteries are smaller yet than AAA batteries. A quadruple A studio is how do I put this
Larger.
delicately? Bullshit.
Yeah.
You are a triple A studio with lofty goals. You better hit this out of the fucking park, or it is gonna laugh you back onto the bench.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird fucking market. I mean, it's a. I mean, I guarantee the engineers did not come up with this. It was some marketing asshole was like, look, and it's Microsoft. This is because it's a first party Microsoft studio, and Microsoft wants to say that they have the only.
It's such a Microsoft move.
When it's like, we don't have the games, we have the only quad A studio in existence. What have they made? Well, this, and this. Well, those are kind of like AAA games, but they're quad A now. Why? What's the extra A? Even more advanced.
The way they name their systems, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, but even the rationale is that, like, we're thinking of new ways to do new things and old things in new ways, shipping high quality titles at quad A standards. There are no quad A standards. You made up the term quad A.
Yeah.
So saying there's quad A standards, are you just using the AAA standards that were there? And you're like, but new? Like, what does that even mean? It's such a bullshit. Like,
it would be really funny. Like, I want to see Perfect Dark do well.
By the way, this is from 2018. They acknowledged this. They made this. They just haven't, like...
Yeah.
And by the way, since 2018, no one... That is 3 years ago. No one has talked about Quad A Studios since that day.
Yeah.
Because you know why? When they're like, God of War, right? Oh, AAA. Even all the fanboy arguments, like, we got this AAA game. I think Xbox people have completely forgot they have a Quad A studio.
Yeah.
They should be like, Sony sucks. We have a Quad A studio. You guys have 0 Quad A's. We have the only Quad A. Like, okay, what does that mean? Nothing. Not that they know anything anyway. So, like, just fucking keep adding on.
It would also be really funny if they just completely... I want Perfect Dark to do well, but it would be funny if they shit the bed and Quad A standard just meant, like, fucking terrible. It meant AAA money with, like, fucking beta delivery.
I think the only thing it can mean is, like, they get a little bit more money. Like, we give the AAA studios $500 million. We're giving you $1 billion.
That's a lot of money.
I'm not saying that's the exact, but it's just like, what does that mean? I don't know. And by the way, that was 2018. We still haven't seen a Quad A game.
Yeah, I don't think it means shit.
And they're like, we're discussing the future of Quad A development teams. Unfortunately, the tweet is pretty vague. So, and there's no, they still have yet to give a definitive answer as like what separates Quad A from AAA other than we're doing more innovative things in new ways and old things in new ways. That is the rationale is why it's Quad A.
So stupid.
This was not like supposed to be about this. I just saw that in the article. And even I'm like, I've been like doing this for a long time. I've never fucking heard. I completely forgot this apparently was reported.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of this conversation, I was very on board. Like, Initiative and Crystal Dynamics are going to be great, which they will be. They're going to be AAA. What is Quad A? Like, you're just making shit up. It's
all right. We're done. It sucks.
I guess someone initially made up AAA too, but like that it's just kind of like, what does that even mean? It's like we're actually a 6-star restaurant. Why? Because we're cooking food in new ways and old ways, but with new burners and a little extra money.
We have 4 Michelin stars.
Yeah. Because isn't like a 5-star restaurant like the highest, the 5th?
I don't even think you can get 5-star. I think it's 4.
Okay, what? So they're a 5-star restaurant. Like that's what you're just, and they're just like, yeah, we don't do that though. We don't. The rating agency does not confirm that. You're just saying that, and the fact that no one else has done Quad A, it kind of makes me think it's just bullshit. And it's kind of scary that marketers can do this kind of shit and they can just fuck with all stuff. You know what else is scary? Phasmophobia. Now, Phasmophobia. That's right. Transition game on point. Phasmophobia has been out for a year, and they added an offline solo mode.
Guess who's playing that?
No one.
Fucking nobody.
Get out of here. Like, thanks, assholes. It's cool that you did that. It was a lot of effort, but the co-op game and it being online and me being able to play with Max, for example, was something that kept me sane playing that game because it was terrifying.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, half of me really wants to play it offline, but you're going to just shit yourself. And also, like, that's crazy.
Peeing your pants is not fun if you don't have someone laughing at you.
Yeah, but to be fair, I might play it. But this is like you want to get hurt. This is like catharsis at its like truest form.
It's weird that like the desktop version I don't want to play.
Yeah,
The VR version, I feel like having other people in VR just makes it stupid.
Yeah, so I guess
it gets like a goofy kind of feel.
But you almost need that to bring the levity up because it feels so intense. Even playing it just on the monitor,
basically playing one player is hardcore.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Whether or not the other mechanics shift in difficulty, that's hardcore. I mean,
if you get creeped out watching a horror movie, it's like that, but it's like yeah, you play Resident Evil. I do, but the mechanics of this game is very different than Resident Evil. You're not shooting anything. It's I don't know. I think I will still fuck with it. I'm interested, but it's definitely terrible. This would be like a good bet to have to play.
Yeah.
And more power to it. I mean, this is actually, you know what?
What?
Maybe this is what I should train Tiffany on. I'm just kidding. She'll never want to play video games again. She'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
Controllers are expensive. Don't do that.
Yeah. Computers are expensive. She'll throw the whole thing out the
window. The whole gaming setup is expensive, and you don't want to ruin it. Speaking of gaming setups.
And speaking of being expensive, let's talk about the billing for that Mario movie. Am I right? By the way, there's a Mario movie.
Yeah, we did two different transitions.
I know. I wasn't sure which way you're going with it, but then I just realized after I said that because I wanted to end on your thing because I think it's more ridiculous.
All right.
So, but we can transition to gaming setups after. But also the billing works. Yeah, so here's the thing. Next year, the Mario movie comes out. They announce the cast. Let's point out, it's animated. There's been a shitload of backlash to this movie for a couple main reasons. I like a lot of I love Charlie Day as Luigi. Was that me?
I believe so.
I love Charlie Day as Luigi.
Terrific.
Anna Taylor-Joy as Peach.
I love Jack Black as Bowser.
Jack Black Bowser. Chris Pratt as Mario is fucking weird. And it's not like, I just don't, it's just weird. And what's weirder, it's like, it's animated and stuff. So I get that you get this for the billing to get people to go to see it. But like, then the
craziest part to me is that you have another actor on the cast, and I'm doing my Italian hands.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
That would be a great Mario.
Because he is Mario. That's what I was getting at. So Charles Martinet is in the cast for this.
I was talking about Sebastian
Maniscalco. He'd be good for a different, but no, they put Charles Martinet is in the movie as multiple characters. He's also been the voice of Mario for the last 40 years.
Interesting.
Why would you put, and by the way, it's not live action, it's animated, aka like a fucking video game. Why would you not put the guy who voiced Mario as Mario in an animated movie about Mario?
I have a feeling that they're going to like pull them out of the 8-bit world and into...
I don't think they will. I think they're just going to be like a Lego movie, and they're like, Chris Pratt was great in the Lego movie, and I think he's going to change the voice of Mario because they think it's slightly racist. Because it's like overtly Italian.
It is kind of...
But like it's so overt, it's like, is it at that point?
I mean, yes.
But I think they're trying to go new direction because Chris Pratt said he is doing a voice. And it's not going to be the Mario voice. It's going to be a new Mario voice. And I think that's where they're going.
What if it's just like Jersey Italian?
It probably will be. It's like a Sopranos.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it's a me, Mario. You come, fucking Mario. You go up there and he's like, Meadow, get over here. Give me the gabagoo. Luigi. You fuck. Peach, stop. Give me the gabagool, Peach. What are you doing?
For anyone on video,
luckily,
our lights just went out.
It got creepy.
Justin looks normal.
I look like a serial killer.
It's spooky season. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Go on.
I am excited for a animated Mario movie. I just don't get, like, don't put the guy in the movie who voiced Mario, and then he's voicing multiple characters in the movie. It's like, how does he fucking feel about this? Because I feel like that's kind of shitting on him a little bit.
I feel like he's happy to get a paycheck.
I mean, he is, but it's also like, that's why everybody's in an uproar. It's like, it's an anime movie. Don't put him in
That's
the movie.
one of the reasons people are in uproar. Apparently, there's actually like Italian societies that are like, "How could you do this to our precious?" And I'm like,
Oh, well, they hate that Chris Pratt is an Italian and he's playing more. That's also fair. Is Charlie Day Italian? Because he's
not.
Luigi and he's his twin brother. So
Yeah,
I feel like Charlie Day is Italian.
I feel like he's very Irish, but we could definitely look it up.
Let's.
I mean,
well, the thing is, like, everybody's
also
mixed.
Jack Black, 0% lizard.
He's Italian, by the way.
Okay,
He's Italian, Irish, and English.
and so
Charlie
I wasn't
Day.
wrong.
Right, but that's kind of what I was getting at. I was like, I feel like for the most part, everybody's kind of fucked everybody in their lineage. It's like you could like Chris Pratt probably could be like, I'm 5% Italian. Like, I don't know if he played that card, but he probably.
That would be kind of funny.
I'd be like, guys, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm 5% Italian.
So just to go through it for people that don't know, Mario, Chris Pratt, Luigi, Charlie Day,
Mario
Princess
or Mario?
Peach. Mario.
Thank you.
Princess Peach, Anya Taylor-Joy. Pretty excited about that. She already kind of looks like her. Bowser, Jack Black.
Love that.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen. That laugh is going to be...
I'm really excited because I think he's going to do a voice too. I'm really excited to see what he changes.
I hope he does his voice. Like,
I don't think he will. I guarantee he doesn't do his voice because Chris Pratt was very clear that they're like all making voices for this.
all right.
But I hope he keeps his laugh, like you said.
Toad, Keegan-Michael Key.
That's awesome.
That'll be terrific. Also, Eddie Williams, doubled for Keegan-Michael Key.
True. You know what it is?
friend of the pod.
Fuck Keegan-Michael Key as Toad.
Long-time listener.
Should have been Eddie Williams.
Yeah, there you go.
Should have my boy like that. Would've liked it.
Cranky Kong, Fred Armisen, Spike, Sebastian Maniscalco, Scalco,
Yeah.
and then Kemek, who I'm not sure who that is Kevin Michael Richardson.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah.
But I will say there's a notable entry missing here, which I found very interesting.
Go on.
Who is playing Waluigi and Wario? Where are they at?
That's number 2. This is a franchise now.
Yeah, but like, so that
You
means
need to save a little
That
something.
means the teaser is got to be Alt Dimension Wario Waluigi.
Well, I can tell you right now,
And who do you think it should be?
Danny DeVito, Waluigi all the way. Or sorry, Wario.
That's why people are upset, because a lot of people think if Charlie wasn't going to mention it, who's the guy who's been voicing Mario, that it should have been Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Which I actually agree with, because he would have crushed it. And they're like, he's out of shape. It's like, it's animated. He's not fucking running.
Yes.
Unless-
no, but I hope
Unless they're trying to make
are.
like 6 movies of this and they think Pratt has the longevity.
Yeah. So Wario,
But Wario Danny DeVito would be great.
yes.
Perfect.
Who would you cast as Waluigi? That's the rub.
I wonder if it'd have to go the same as like. Actually, I would have cast Norm Macdonald.
That's a good one.
I think he would have been great as.
I'm going Christopher Walken.
He would be good. I could see that. Well, I guess I'd like somebody else because
to
Norm Macdonald's
see-
dead now. But.
To see someone animated to Christopher Walken's cadence,
Would be great.
where
Yeah,
he's like,
that would-
know what you got to do.
Yeah. You're talking to my guy all wrong. Talking like that again. Stab in the face with a soldering iron.
Or like a mushroom and or whatever is
Stab in the face with a toad.
kosher.
With a spike.
And,
Yeah, I don't
talk to my
I'm
friend.
trying to think who's
Bullet
living,
Bill.
but I think Norm Macdonald would have been really good. I'm trying now to think. I guess I should think more Italian. I think they should just get somebody like that would never do it, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
De Niro.
I don't think maybe De Niro would be good. No, De Niro would be more Wario though. Like he would be competing with DeVito.
Already said that DeVito's going to be.
I know, but I'm saying I don't think he would take Waluigi. I think that has to be like a tertiary character.
Yeah. Or
Which is why
Scarface.
Oh, Al Pacino?
Yes.
See, he would work if DeVito was Wario.
Yes.
Or no, if De Niro was
And he
Wario.
would work anyway.
I know, but get De Niro as Wario and Waluigi Pacino. I mean, that's an all-time.
I feel like you're leaning a little too hard into the. You're
But,
taking
like-
it out of the cartoon world.
But no, but it's kind of like they would be good in that, and they would really bring like the intensity to it because people always love that heat stuff and they just feed off of each other very well. Not that DeVito wouldn't feed off Pacino, but anytime you get more De Niro Pacino is
Also,
always a good time.
You're kind of like losing that whole market. You're aging yourself out of that stuff at a little point. We get it.
Right, but like same with you with Walken and DeVito. I mean, they're the same age. They're all the same age.
I mean, DeVito will be relevant until he's no longer on.
Well, that's because of Always Sunny. Yeah. I guess so. But I mean, I guess who would you if we had to pick younger? So like Pratt. So we're doing like Pratt and Charlie Day.
Okay. Yeah.
So actually, you know what? It would be if they really want to make it interesting. Wario would be Jason Sudeikis, and Waluigi would be fucking Mac from.
You think so?
Yeah, or Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh.
But I feel like he would have to be his own character because he would just be Deadpool.
Or Bill Hader.
Bill Hader would, but he doesn't. I don't know if he has like. I don't know if Bill Hader has a personality. Like I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Oh, he does.
He just has his character's personality. Like he just like he's a very good character actor.
Yeah.
That he's like constantly the new character, but he never brings his own personality. Like if you watch Barry, he's incredible in that. But then it's like Rogen always is kind of Seth Rogen. Like he's that with De Niro's De Niro with that. Like I don't know who he is.
Bill Hader as Waluigi would be fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think he would envelop any character because he can fit in, especially a gaming character.
Yeah,
is like built for Hader. I would agree with that 100%.
All
right. Let's go to building stuff.
The other craziness,
which is what are we? Well, I don't know if they have lights, but it'd be cool if they wrapped some shit in lights. Speaking of who does that, gamers do.
So for anyone that is into the whole like gaming setup, whether you're streaming, whether you're doing anything, IKEA has released. Apparently, it's been in China for a while, but they just released to America their gaming line. So they have like the whole like gaming desk. It's the raised lower like standing desk kind of thing. They have all these little kind of like attachments, and it's actually kind of smart. Like at first glance, it's like, oh my god, that's the most like hackneyed thing where they're just like taking something else that's popular and like forcing themselves onto it. But IKEA is like that modular, like cheap but well built enough,
right?
And like the whole like modularity where they like just do like a cup holder, a little like mouse pad, a little gaming pad type thing where it's like all of it's
you hook
meant
your cabinet,
to fix in with each other.
Cabinet to this desk, and your bed slides under it.
Yeah,
if you get this model. I like it. I think it's actually crazy that it took till 2021 for them to get it.
Really jump on
it. But they're actually in collaboration with ASUS, which is the Republic of Gamers.
Yep. ROG.
Yeah, for stores in October 2021.
Yeah, I actually reached out to Republic of Gamers people, and they have not yet gotten back to us.
Motherfuckers.
The chair is actually what I'm most excited about. It just seems like streamlined, like
very
adjustable enough, but like also not fucking $500. Like
no, well that's the thing. It'll be fairly priced because it's IKEA.
Yeah,
but it'll also be like well built enough that it's like this is working. Like it's not a problem. I think it looks really fucking cool. I agree. I think there's a lot of cool.
Yeah, just the adjustable desk
30
alone
products
is like
too.
Pretty sweet.
30 products on that line already.
All right. Hell yeah. Like I said, they have been out in other countries, including China, for a while now. So they know what they're doing. They have a head start. I mean, have to adjust like.
But they even have like a ring light and a neck pillow and a mug holder, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But it all sits at the desk and it makes it a little comfier. But they clip into stuff.
Yeah.
It's because they're like you said, it's all modular, built off the same pattern. They do all their furniture. But like it's gamer focused, meaning
I mean, if we ever like
built to have
dedicate
LEDs on it,
a certain thing to like being a studio and studio only, it may or may not be furnished with IKEA stuff.
Well, yeah, but like I also don't know what makes it gamer other than a sleeker design and LEDs are built into it. But
well, yeah, I mean they have that whole design on their neck pillow that like transverses into like some other cushions and stuff they have. That's like it looks like vaguely. like some kind of future, possibly Asian script, but like also like tread marks or something like that. And then, I mean, they set all their stuff up with like this like cool like black grid, very
well, that's what I'm
Tron
talking about. It's
kind
all
of
like that
thing.
sleeky stuff.
But like once you strip all that away, yes, exactly what you're saying. It's like what it makes it.
Their
just
desk
not a
though, I
desk.
do like is sick. It has a built-in, like it has the built-in ergonomic, go up and down, LEDs, has a clock on it, and you put the one right side, you put your phone on it. It has like a built-in charger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can plug the USB right into it. I think that's very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of interesting stuff. Their little filing cabinet's cool. It's like built to have like fit like the size of gaming discs, like the boxes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, there's been gaming lines for a long time, so it's nice to see like a big company like IKEA get into it. It'd be interesting to see if Walmart or Target also start making gaming lines, because I feel like they kind of became IKEA's competitors was Target and Walmart.
Well, that's the thing is like once you have Target and Walmart throwing their hat in on this, then IKEA becomes like the de facto quality brand.
Yeah,
which is kind of hilarious, but I mean,
but it's nice. Like
welcome
you said.
the competition,
and it also drives down potential prices too. So I mean, yeah, that's really cool. We'll definitely look into it if we ever get a full studio that's not in my fucking house. You know, everybody buys us out. Be great. And then we'll furnish it with like if IKEA wants to buy us out.
Got a lot of basement space.
Yeah, well, it's true. And I did just get all the insulation ripped out, soundproof it, make it intense. But yeah, all right. Well, I think that's good for me. So we want to just jump to Triv.
Well, we can jump to Triv fo show.
Trivia, baby. All right. Why don't you start?
Because you're gonna do MPDs.
I did not say that.
You didn't say it, but I know you're looking it up right now.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
So we are going to do actors in video game movies.
Let me think. No. All right, I accept.
You don't have a choice. So
damn.
that's what we are going to do.
NPD, baby! It's coming for that ass.
Yeah, I know. And I am...
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
What's
Let's
it
do
called? Not excited. All right, so first one is Hitman, 2007.
Timothy
Oliphant, yes.
Whatever.
Doom, 2005.
Rock.
Correct.
And Carl Urban.
Yeah, The Rock is what I was looking
Carl Urban's
for.
actually the main character.
Interesting. I guess, yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic.
I forget his name. It's Parks and Recs. Middle edition Schwartz. Ben Schwartz.
Looking for a name.
Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz. You got it.
Because I remember middle edition Schwartz.
Dr. Eggman.
Jim Carrey.
Yep. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, 2001.
2001 is Angelina Jolie. The other one's Alicia Vikander, which will probably also
Very
be.
nice.
Hell
I
yeah,
believe
man.
it's Alicia, but we'll give it to
What
you.
the fuck ever. My girlfriend was here last year, and let's just say we had a good Halloween.
Super Mario Brothers, 1993. Mario.
Bob Hoskins.
Correct. Luigi.
I always forget his fucking name. It starts with an L as well. He's also in John Wick. Oh my god. Yeah, he's in the first one. He owns the chop shop that John Wick goes to, and he's like, He's like, yeah.
Sounds like you're stalling.
He's also Hispanic and not Italian.
Correct.
Fuck. What is it's? I know. I think I'm like 100% right now. So
I'll tell you that our screenwriting teacher told us how to pronounce his name correctly.
Did you? Yeah, I know that too. I was actually thinking about that. I just more remember what the girl he was obsessed with.
Yeah.
Not Polka Dot, but some.
Yes.
Fuck. Let's circle back though.
All right.
I'm putting up a perfect game right now.
Bowser.
I shouldn't have said that because I completely forgot who Bowser was in that. Who was Bowser in that? Hoskins. What was that? Luigi. Goddamn, what is your fucking name, Luigi? He was also. And then
Bowser.
I know. I'm just trying to think. Then Bowser. Oh wait, Dennis Hopper.
Bingo.
Yeah.
All right. Silent Hill 2006. Rose da Silva.
Fuck. I do know this at one point. That movie's so fucking bad.
From the looks of the poster, it is bad.
That one I'm gonna have to say I don't know.
Rhoda Mitchell.
Yeah, I would never have got that. Okay, good.
Alice in Resident Evil 2002.
I do know this. Wait, Alice? Or yeah, that's what they call her. That's what they call the main girl, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's her name? She's also a Monster Hunter, and she's in every. This is like her claim to fame.
Yeah,
I
her
normally
husband like directs just.
well, they got married because of the first one.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to remember. I used to know her name because when I was a teenager, I'd look up the fake porn of her. As anybody would. Her and Sarah Michelle Gellar are R.I.P. Not to them. She's alive. Just to that porn site. That would fake. Celeb news, or maybe doesn't.
You are stalling, sir.
No, I wasn't. I was actually just going on a tangent. But it's
going down memory lane.
I can't remember her name. I know the fucked up part is I know.
We'll come back to it, and you're gonna have 5 seconds when we come back to it. Max Payne, 2008.
Mark Wahlberg.
Bingo. Blood Rain, who played Rain, 2005.
Movie's so bad. It's directed by Yui Ball.
You are correct. I will give you a point just for that. Kristana Loken.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't gonna get that.
Yep,
Luckily, I got the Yui
the
Bowl
fact
points.
that you got Yui Bowl, like you get points.
He also did In the Name of the King of Dungeon Siege Tale, which has Jason Statham in it.
Nice. So you need to give me 3 of the 6 headlining people who voiced characters in the movie version of Angry Birds. They are all A-list celebrities. A or B, but mostly A. So you get 6 guesses.
I don't even know if I fucking saw that movie.
And you have to... No one did. You get 6 guesses, and if you get 3 of them...
They're guessable?
You get points. They are guessable.
So they're A-list? Okay.
We have talked about at least 2 of them this episode.
Ben Schwartz.
False.
Damn. Well, we did talk about him. Chris Pratt?
Nope.
Charlie Day?
No.
I'm just going through who we thought. I'm starting to lose faith in this. Who plays Bowser in the new game? It's not. I don't think Seth Rogen's in one. It doesn't feel like. Oh, you know who does? You know, it feels like it. The guy from Arrested Development that has a deep voice to play Batman and Lego Batman. Chris Arnett.
Good guess. No.
Damn.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. Sorry. I was on a. Okay, so then the other one. Jason, whatever from Ozark, and Arrested
Bateman.
Bateman.
Nope.
Damn, he would have been good. I'm giving I don't know if these are guessable. Is it music or movie A-list though? Because that does kind of change.
There is a
like Timberlake. I could see.
There is a significant musical guest.
That just sounds like an actor who can sing.
Yes.
Oh, I just had a flash of somebody, and now I just completely forgot it. And I was like, it's probably that guy. Let's say Sudeikis.
Bingo. So you got 1.
Oh, Olivia Wilde.
No. So we have Jason Sudeikis,
Nice.
Josh Gad, who can sing.
Oh yeah.
Peter Dinklage.
I don't think he's A-list, but
I mean, after Game of Thrones. Maya Rudolph, Bill Hader.
A-list.
No, that was my B-list kind of thing.
That's SNL list.
Bill Hader.
Yeah.
And Danny McBride.
Danny McBride, that was who I was thinking of at the end. I was like, what's that guy's name? I was thinking of Eastbound and Down.
All right, lightning round. We are going back.
I'm not going to get any of them. It's
Luigi from Mario.
It's a Hispanic guy that I know. I've seen forever my whole life, and I can't remember. Starts with an L.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah. John Leguizamo.
Well, Leguizamo is how.
Oh, they properly pronounce it. Okay.
Our teacher told us that's how it's pronounced.
I don't know if
he
that's
worked with
fucking
them. I don't know if it's true either,
yeah.
but I mean, who fucking knows? I mean, Leguizamo doesn't sound like a Spanish way to pronounce anything.
But it does sound like if you're trying to be an Italian in
This
Super Mario
true.
Brothers.
Yes. And then Resident Evil Alice is
This one will hurt. Like Leguizamo hurts or Leguizamo hurts. Can you give me like
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, I was gonna say give me She was also in Monster Hunter. If I can get a bonus point.
Correct. You cannot.
Okay, whatever.
So you got
There's a lot.
10 out of 14.
Well, the Angry Birds ones fucked me. Like that's really what killed me. But yeah.
Well, that was all just for 1 point.
Oh, okay.
You had to
All
name
10
3
out of 14,
characters.
though.
Yeah.
That's still not bad.
Yeah.
I really should have gotten 12 out of 14. That's just on me for not remembering Leguizamo and Mila.
Yeah.
But a lot of them it was like you finished the sentence and I said it, or before you did.
Yes. Yeah. No, that was good. That was a fun trivia for me. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
feel
me
like,
too. That was good. And those I cannot believe the Blood Rain. And I was like, oh, that's Yui Ball. I can tell you that right now. He also directed Postal and Dungeon Siege game.
All right. My
Yeah,
trivia.
NPD, baby. Top 10. Here we go. Let's get lit up in this bitch.
Speaking of little,
Josh Gad ain't got shit on me.
Josh Gad ain't got shit on.
All right, so we're going to do games and publishers. So you're going to go game publisher, game publisher, game publisher.
Oh,
10
why?
Because I said so. Hold on. Let me write the numbers.
It's also very interesting. Anyone on video can see that this screen, like,
It's very dark.
but
All right, I don't care. I got to finish Sopranos tonight. Go.
I don't fucking know.
August 2021.
Yeah, it takes two by it's like Slice or Slam or something like that.
Publisher, not developer.
I don't
I'm gonna put
PlayStation.
Put Slam.
Grand Theft Auto 5 by Rockstar. Deathloop by Rockstar.
I actually said who did this too.
I know you did. Nintendo, Smash Brothers, Super Mario Kart, Legend of Zelda. No, let's do Pokemon Silver Shield.
4 more.
The racing game Gran Turismo by RaceCon. Capcom Resident Evil Village.
That is the only one you've gotten right that's like publisher. And I'm not saying it's on here. It's not. So you got it wrong. But continue. That was actually the publisher of that game though. 2 more.
Just because it's been in the news, there's probably been a resurgence of Miles Morales, Spider-Man, by Webslinger Studios, and
Publisher.
Web Slinger Publisher.
I gave you a second chance on that. I want that to be clear.
And then
Last one.
Spooky Town by Halloweeners.
Okay. All right. So It Takes Two is not on here. GTA is not on here. Also, the publisher is Take-Two Interactive, not Rockstar. Deathloop, not on here because it came out in September. Also, not Rockstar. It's Arcane Studios developed it, published it by Bethesda. Smash Bros, not on here, but it is by Nintendo technically. Mario Kart is on here.
Oh yeah, look at me go.
That's 2 points out of 20. Pokemon, not on here. They are by Nintendo. GT, not on here. They are not done by RaceCon. There would be Sony. RE Village is done by Capcom, but neither are on here. Miles Morales is on here. The publisher is Sony because it's the first party Sony studio.
I see.
So I was like, I wanted to be clear that I gave a second chance. So you got one right with game and publisher, but you got 2 games right, 1 publisher right.
All right, 3 out of 20.
How
you
so
doing?
the list is Madden 22.
Gross.
Ghost of Tsushima number 2 went from 110 to number 2 because the director's cut came out.
Ah, yes.
Call of Duty, which I'm surprised you didn't say, which is Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
Humankind by Sega. Spider-Man Miles Morales by Sony. Mario Kart 8 by Nintendo. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword by Nintendo. Minecraft by multiple video game manufacturers. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ubisoft, and MLB The Show 21 by Sony.
Didn't Assassin's Creed fall off for like 2 months?
It was 20. It went back to 9.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they probably had some sales. I could make you do
That would explain it.
year-to-date sales, and if I did, you would have gotten Resident Evil Village Capcom correct on that because they are number 3 so far of this year, which is pretty good, which is great for Resident Evil game.
Let me reiterate that you could frame it any way that you want. I still don't like these questions, and I will still do poorly.
And I still will ask them. All right. Like it, love it, want more of it. All right, well, thanks for joining us.
Less of it, but
sorry
whatever.
for all the gaming issues and lighting stuff. We had technical problems this week, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you came by. Keep gaming, keep being glad. Bye.
Thank you very much. Doses. Ciao.